Hey guys, so this is the look we're doing today, and it is a cut crease. It's good for prom, any kind of going out every day if you're bold and down with it. More props to you, girl. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this. I have on Ofra's Atlantic City, and you can use code MakeupByDG for 30% off at checkout. I'm completely in love with the formula, so let me know if you guys want to see an Ofra swatch video, because I'm super down with that. Let me know down below. Yeah, a lot of different techniques, talking through everything, so let me know what else you guys want to see. Don't forget to like this video, comment it, subscribe it, hello. And yeah, I'm not gonna ramble any further. Let's get into it. Okay, so I already did one eye off camera, and what I used to prime today is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW20. I usually use the Prolong Wear one, but you know, we were trying to be adventurous and try something new, and it kind of worked out not so well. I like Prolong Wear a little bit better because it does set. Studio Finish is just emollient AF. I'm gonna do my foundation after just because there's gonna be fallout. So if you see like all this black right here, it's not my under eyes for once. No, so that black right there I'm gonna clean off after, but rather just do them both at the same time. Excuse my edges, they will be cut very soon. Yeah, so I just prepped my eyelid with that. Ooh, girl, we throwing things today. We real mad out here. And then I used the fresh eyeshadow from Anastasia to set my eyelid. So yeah, let's get real prom. So I did get new lighting, so we're kind of working with that. My body was not ready for how bright these were. Yeah. So the first shadow I'm gonna go on with is Makeupgeek's Creme Brule, and my, what is this? I think it's a Sigma E40 brush. And I'm just gonna use this as my transition color. I'm gonna be using mostly, if not all, Makeupgeek today just because they are more affordable, and if I was going to prom, I would rather get something that is of a matte quality at a less expensive price, because to be honest, drugstore eyeshadows are not all that, and I can never find any good shades, but by all means you can get like a drugstore bronzer, use it as a transition, things like that. Gotta get creative, so there's always that option. And I just love this because it's warm, but it's not completely orange either. And I'm going to use a Sigma E25 brush to just take that same shade and really carve into our crease. So I like to tilt my head back a little bit more and feel out where my actual crease is at, and kind of go in there and really get in there. And then just buff it back out. So next I'm using my Morphe M506 brush, and I don't think I've told you guys in my past couple of videos, but if you use the code Donovan, which is my first name, at checkout you do get money off. It is an affiliate code, so if you're not down with it, don't be down with it. Moving on, I'm going to be using the shade Coco Bear from Makeupgeek on this brush. Again, it's the M506, and for any kind of cut crease look, or if you're more of a hooded eye having person, I like this brush just because you can really tilt your head back and find where your socket is to really define it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I like to tilt back and kind of put my brush to where it's facing right into the socket and really rock it through. And I like to rock it through just to place the product down, and then I'll blend out. So we want that, well, I mean, it's not going to be super harsh, but we do want a little bit of a harsh line at first before blending out. So I just tilt my head back and just rock it right through the crease. And then when we get to the outer corner, I'm going to turn and kind of look downward to see where we want that crease to come out this way. And if you're going to be doing like a floating crease, it's a good way to turn and then flick it out. I'm going to be filling in that outer corner. But if you're doing a floating crease, that would be the way to go. So now I'm going to be taking this brush and my Coco Bear shadow again. And I'm really going to load up the brush with shadow. I'm going to close my eye and pack this on the outer corner. I find that sometimes if I just go in blending right away without actually packing on color, I find it just gets patchy and there's not enough like pigmentation there. Especially for the look I'm doing, I like to have my lighter colors laying down as a base for the darker shades, so there's no like patchiness, there's no unevenness. So as you can see, I'm gonna pat it down and then kind of just really go upward and make sure that it's going outward, because I want my outer part of my eye to be the darkest. So again, you can pack and then just kind of fluff it out. And then take a fluffy brush to just blend it out. So now I'm taking Coco Bear with a little bit of Bada Bing on the brush, and Bada Bing is like almost an off black with some sparkles in it. I find that most of the sparkles end up falling off the brush once you like pat it out, and it just turns into like a matte off black, but they're there. And what I'm doing is the same thing that I did with Coco Bear originally, but I'm just creating more depth with this darker shade and really defining. And I'm always keeping my eyes open when doing this, because you want to see exactly where you're blending to, because sometimes if you close, you're going to end up in that same socket that we're trying to avoid. We're trying to make it higher, so that's why I have my eyes open to really rock it back into that part. So same thing that happened earlier, we're going to place the Bada Bing shade on that outer corner. So now what I'm going to do is take my 217 and my Coco Bear shade again, and only take a little bit of product, and what I'm going to do is just slowly buff out the edges. And I'm holding the brush back pretty far, just so I have a very light hand with this, because you want to slowly buff it up, since this is such a dark shade, like it's practically black almost. And kind of just circle around it. So now I'm going to be taking my Dose of Colors Ideal Duo in the shade Sunset, and it's these ones with the cream base and then the loose pigment underneath. I'm only going to be using the cream base today just because I want a sticky base for the eyeshadows I'm going to be using. I prefer this with the cut crease. I just feel like it adds a little bit more oomph to the eyeshadow. Yeah, so I want the sticky base. You don't have to use this per se. You can use a NYX Jumbo pencil, like a matte cream color base, the ones that are safe on the eyes, or anything like that. I just have this on hand and I like it. I will be using this one in a tutorial if you boys want to see that. I was thinking like a really warm smoky eye, obviously. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take this on my MAC 228. It's like a lip brush or a smudger brush, anything like that, that's really detailed. And I'm going to actually kind of map out the cut crease. So as you can see, the base is down and it is very, very sticky. What I'm going to be using on top of that, sorry, I need to keep my head back, is the Magic Axe Shadow and my Makeup Addiction Cosmetics shader brush. And this is a foiled shadow by Makeupgeek. And I'm just packing it on top just to get rid of all that stickiness. So what I'm going to be taking is this angled brush and this little mirror from the Ideal Duo, and I'm going to be evening out this crease. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the brushes we used earlier. I used this to pack on that Bada Bing shade, and I'm kind of going to flick it back towards the Ideal Duo. And then bring it back up. So as you can see, my neck's a little bit darker than my face. I've been using $1 Million Tan, the Mermaid Mousse Extreme. I'll have a discount code down below for that. It's just MakeupByDG. So I'm a little bit more tan, so I'm going to be trying to match my foundation to that, so that's why the foundation is going to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to run through my foundation and everything with music over top, just so the video is not 30 minutes long. So yeah, let's get into it. So off camera I did my brows and I used the brow box. It's a little brow kit from LA Girl and it's the darkest one. I mixed the wax and powder together. I don't usually use powder on my brows, but today I decided to do something different. I used the Studio Finish Concealer in NW20 under my brows just to clean it up very precisely. And yeah, so what I did on this eye, I'm going to do on this eye now. Alright guys, so I just put my Smolder Eye Kohl by MAC in my waterline. Now I'm going to take this flat definer brush, I don't even know where it's from, and Makeupgeek's eyeshadow in Corrupt. Now I'm going to put it right on top of my waterline, and then almost like right at the lower lash line. So it's going to set that Smolder Eye Kohl in place. But then we're also going to smoke it out on the lower lash line. It is an eye kohl, so it doesn't set on its own. But I just like it because it's very like an inky black. So I love that about it. And then I'm going to take Coco Bear and that same brush I used before for my crease. And I'm really going to buff this out. So off for camera, I'm going to apply the Lilly lashes in Mykonos with my House of Lashes lash glue, and we will be back to do the lips. Alright, so I applied my lashes, they're Lilly lashes in Mykonos, and I lined my lips with MAC Cherry Lip Liner, and now I'm applying Ofra's Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Atlantic City. If you use code MakeupByDG, you get 30% off the whole website, just putting it out there. Affiliate, if you don't like it, don't be down with it. Alright guys, so this is the finished look with the lip dried down. I absolutely am in love with the Ofra formula lately. You guys know that if you follow me on Instagram. Again, you can use code MakeupByDG to get 30% off the whole website. Yeah. And Lilly lashes, down with those. And yeah, it's just a cut crease. I know cut crease can be very intimidating, but it's all about practicing, and really understanding what looks good on your eyes. So a lot of like looking back and then looking forward, looking down, and really like, I think it's good to take images too. I see that a lot and see like how it works for my eyes, because one eye is higher than the other naturally, and I feel like they're just crooked. So evening them out is like kind of an issue, but I don't worry about it too much. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what else you guys want to see. Do you want more prom looks? Do you want more how-to videos, like favorites videos of like my favorite highlighters, things like that? Let me know and I'll be sure to do that. I'm trying to think what else. But yeah, I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until then, I will be on Instagram, so hit me up there. No, but for real though, like, thank you so much for love and support, and until next time, I will see you then.